Another valid reason for divorce is very simple. When the person walks away.
Okay.
I mean, the person walks away, there's nothing you can do about it.
It takes two to tango.
It takes two to tango.
So if one said it's not there anymore, and should your life be on hold?
You can't just keep holding on. Please don't leave. As long as they've left, you know. But we need to balance this, right? Because some people say, for example, you know, according to the Bible, right? Some people may have gotten married when they were not Christians, and then they finally gave their life to Christ in the marriage, and then their spouse has not yet converted, and then they say, well, now I don't want to be unequally yoked, so the Bible says we should not be unequally yoked. That's not grounds for divorce. Because you are born again and your spouse is not born again, it's not grounds for divorce. However, it is only grounds for divorce when the person decides to say, get out of my house, or they pack their bags and say, I don't want to do this no more, and they leave. The Bible says at that point when they leave, you are free.
Right.
So the only valid reason is not because you're saved or you're born again and the spouse is not, is when they decide to get up and go, or they kick you out and they're like, I don't want you anymore. At that point in time, your hands are clean, you're good to go. And
especially when you've done everything to bring them back and they refuse. The Bible actually also said it in this day that if someone offends you or you offended someone and you go apologize to the person said no, you went with an elder. They said no, you went with the church.
You've
they
done
said
everything.
No,
you go with the country.
You said no, that is done. Well, you are not bound because
subscribe.